On Friday, June 24, 2022, the U.S. Supreme Court overturned the Roe v. Wade decision that in 1973 made abortion legal in all 50 states. That was bad enough, but I believe the conservatives on the court will also target same-sex marriage later. This episode of the Debbie and Carrie Show is about that issue.
Debbie, I think I know what you are crying about. I just heard it on the news this afternoon too. Carrie, hold me. How could this have happened to us, Carrie? First last week the Supreme Court rules that states may ban gay marriage, and then today the governor of Texas signs into law a bill rushed through the state legislature making our very existence as a married couple illegal. I feel like we are about to be persecuted. And what are we going to tell our son and our niece Annika? It's Mother Jessica. Carrie, I assume you were aware that the Texas government has now made same-sex marriages like that of me and Lucy as well as that of you and Debbie illegal. Yeah, and how insane is it to just say that my love for Debbie and your love for Mother Lucy is not as good and worth protecting under the law as any union between couples of opposite genders? We've got to fight back. As long as Texas is dominated by the Republican Party, there is little we can do. I was speaking with my brother and he was suggesting we all go live in Boston once more. Massachusetts legalized same-sex marriage long before the Supreme Court decision making it legal in all 50 states. I think we had this sort of discussion before. I just got off the phone with my mother. She is urging us to move back to Boston and live with her so we will be safe. Mother Jessica, are you sure running away is the best option? Like Debbie and her mother said to us, sometimes you have to stay and fight not only for our rights, but the rights of all that may be oppressed or discriminated against. Carrie, I just don't want you to be hurt again. After what nearly happened to Debbie at school last week, I fear things may get even worse. I understand now that small towns like this have always been hotbeds of bigotry and ignorance. In a big city, there is more diversity and therefore more support for people like us. But even in Boston, there are racists like the ones who attacked my family decades ago. And if we leave, what about Sandy, Debbie and James? They will still be facing anti-atheist bigotry, so they should have our support too. We all want to do what is right and sometimes that involves taking risks and making sacrifices. So I say let us stay and fight. Indeed, our willingness to stay put later led the culture of this town to change and now most of the people here accept us. But it's a far more difficult matter to change an entire state. Debbie, this is Vicky Jones. Is it true that your home state has now banned gay marriage? Yes. This is a shock to me and I and Carrie are trying to process it. Well, gay marriage is legal here and there are no signs my home state intends to ban it, so why not move here to Patagonia City? Paul and I will help you find a new place and then you can come here in a few weeks. One moment. Carrie, what do you think? I think, more for Richard's sake than ours, we should move soon. He needs to live in a place where he won't be treated as a lesser being for having a same-sex couple as his parents. So we will accept Vicky Jones's offer. It is decided. We will come to live in your city. And thank you for the invitation. Great. I will tell Paul.
And with that, Debbie and Carrie take one small step for their freedom, and one giant leap into another universe. That of Mary Bliss Pianocat 1977. Watch her channel for more episodes featuring Debbie and Carrie over the next few weeks, at least.